Introduction to Node.js. Welcome to our Introduction to Node.js session. We are going to explore Node.js and open source and cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment. It is known for its versatility across various projects. Interestingly, Node.js runs on the V8 JavaScript engine, which we will cover more in another lecture. It is the core technology that is used in Google Chrome, and this engine allows high performance outside the browser. How Node.js works. Basically, Node.js operates on a very unique architecture. Unlike traditional models where each request spawns a new thread, Node.js runs in a single process, and its standard library offers asynchronous I/O primitives, and this ensures JavaScript code doesn't block. And this approach, where libraries typically use non-blocking paradigms, shift away from the norm of blocking behavior, therefore streamlining performance. I/O operations and performance. So when Node.js performs I/O operations like network communication or file access, it doesn't block the thread. Instead, it resumes operations when the response returns. So this utilizes CPU cycles very efficiently, and this capability allows Node.js to manage thousands of concurrent connections without the complexity of handling thread concurrency. And this, if you've dealt with other programs, it often is a source of bugs. Benefits for front-end developers. So Node.js has a significant advantage, and one of it is very appealing to front-end developers, because when you work as front-end developer, all web browsers have JavaScript engines, so they have to use JavaScript. So those developers who are familiar with JavaScript for browser-based applications can easily transition to server-side backend development without having to learn a new language. Moreover, Node.js supports this new JavaScript standards, and it gives developers the freedom to choose which version to use, and this really enhanced its flexibility. Let's just dive into one practical example. So we will go over more in detail, but for this introduction to Node.js, let's only look at really basic web server that only says hello world. So if you look at the screenshot, you can see that this server uses Node.js's HTTP module. You can see that in the first line, it says require node HTTP, and assign that to variable HTTP. And then what happens is we specify the host name and a port, and by calling create server method in HTTP library, we create server, and this server gets request and returns a response, and we put responses status code, the HTTP status code, to be 200, and we put the responses header to header so that client and server, they all know that the content type is just a plain text, and as a message, it will send hello world. And this server that we created listens to this port and host name that we declared, and it will, on your terminal, will output that server is running at specific host name and port. So this basically demonstrates how easy it is to set up a basic server and handling HTTP calls with Node.js. I know we'll go over more in other lectures, but if you are interested in learning more about Node.js, you can look into more of the Node.js GitHub repository. They have a lot more examples and information. And also, it is always helpful to experiment with different code snippets and projects because it will enhance your practical skills and knowledge in Node.js. That's it for this lecture. Thank you, everyone.